Okay, let me make sure I got volume. All right, I got volume. What's up, y'all? Come on in. Come on in. Let's get this conversation going. Let's get this conversation going. How y'all been? How was your day today? Were y'all good? You have a good day. With everything that's going on right now, that is my main thing, to make sure that you guys are vibing at the level that you're supposed to be vibing at, not vibing at the level that people put you at. Meaning that people will have you twisted, messed up in the mind, trying to figure it out with all their comments. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, you could be vibing, you can be on your level, your high vibration, right? And then someone with the negativity, or someone that's coming and talking about the jobs, and like, oh, well, the economy going down, well, the job is this and the job is that, and are you okay? Calling, them ones that's calling you talking about is your job safe? I'm just checking on you. Well, I ain't heard from you in a long time, so it seemed to me that you're being nosy. You trying to see, am I falling off, or what's going to happen? So it's those type of people, and that's what I'm talking about in this time, that can make you vibe at a low vibration. Now, nobody can knock you off your horse but they make you vibe because it starts to make you think. It starts to make you think like, man, am I okay? How about the ones like, you feeling good, you have no issues, you not tripping, you just letting life happen because it is what it is. I can't control it, so let life be. But then someone come around with all their stress and all their upset and what they think about it, and they come around, and all of a sudden now you feeling like, well, am I wrong? Because I'm not worrying, so something must be wrong. And then you start second guessing yourself and everything. You cannot change the way you view things because you trust God. God said, trust in me. And you choose to trust in him, therefore you have no worries. And since you have no worries, there go everybody else that's coming. Listen, everyone they calling, they asking, half of them only asking because they want to know, am I still going to be vibing like I am? Am I still going to be hot shit as they think that I am, right? So they got to call to make sure, temperature check, is you good? You got a job? Now, you got some people that genuinely care. Then you got the ones that I just have to cut off, and I have to tell them like, hey, we in the same boat. Don't bring the way you feel over here with me. Don't bring all that drama and all that chaos and depression and anxiety over here with me, because I'm over here vibing high because God told me to trust in him. So that's what I'm going to do. So all I can do is do what I'm supposed to do and tell you how I'm still vibing high and how I'm still on high vibration, right? Because once you start to heal, you get on a vibration that nobody can bring you off of. You can't. You can't be brought down. Once you're on high vibration, you cannot be brought back down to low vibration. You guys like, share, invite others. Come on. You can't. Only way you can do that is if you choose to do that. I had someone reach out to me like, hey, you good? And I said, yeah, I'm good. Then they like, well, I'm freaking out. And I was like, well, don't freak out, because God told us to lean on him. Don't worry about it. This is part of the prophecy. This got to happen. But you're going to be good. Well, I don't know because I'm freaking out. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not responding back to your text. I'm not saying anything else to you because you trying to disrupt the peace that I got going on. See, your spirit is all shaken up. So your spirit needs somebody to be shaken up with. You think your spirit about to sit and jump in you like Jesus and John did in their mama's tummy when they came together? No, your spirit ain't fit to get crunk off my spirit and disrupt mine. No, that's not what's going to happen. That's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants like, hey, we all going through it, so we feel like this, let's make other people feel like this. Well, you're not going to get Coach Nye, because Coach Nye going to feel good. Regardless of whatever happens, I'm going to feel good because I know whose I am. And I know that I'm operating in my purpose in these hours. And when you operate in your purpose, you're taken care of regardless. Nothing matters. It don't matter what happened. You're going to be taken care of regardless. Your bill's going to be paid. Car note's going to be paid. You're going to have a roof over your head. You're still going to be living. When it's a recession, you're still going to be living as if there was not a recession, because when you operate in your purpose, you don't worry about money. You don't worry about anything. You trust that, okay, God, this is what you wanted me to do. I didn't ask for this. Or you may sit back like, hey, this wasn't my plan, but God, you told me to do this and lean on you. And so here I am, I'm doing it. And guess what? He's going to take care of you because you're going to be a spoiled brat. See, you're his child. I'm a spoiled brat when it comes to God. Thank y'all for the likes. I ask that y'all like, share, and follow, okay? I'm a big spoiled brat when it come to God. I'm talking about, hey, Michelle, what up, girl? When it come to God, listen, he don't play about me. What's up, Sean? He don't play about me at all. Thank y'all for the likes. I ask that y'all like, share, follow. Whenever I want, I get. If I tell on you, because I'm gonna tell. I don't do that getting mad no more and sitting around pouting, just mad and thinking about what I could have said, should have said, how I'm going to do this. I'm not doing all that no more. I am telling God, I don't like how they made me feel. Because what I learned is that his judgment is much more better than mine. So you deal with them because they hurt my feelings because I showed up in my genuine, authentic self. So since this is who I am and then they chose to mistreat me, God, I ask that you deal with them. Because I'm not liking the way they treat me. I'm not liking the way they're making me feel. And I leave it as that and I go on about my business. He say, okay, cool. And then I ask him, hey, can like a little kid, can I get some ice cream? He go ahead and bring me the ice cream truck. I'm just saying. I want a popsicle. He go ahead and just bring it all. It just shows up. I just get a phone call like, hey, what you doing? I've been thinking about, let's go somewhere, let's hang out. And then all of a sudden, where you want to go? Some ice cream? Yep. That's how God works when you believe in him. When you believe that whatever it is, you let him fight your battles. You just stop stressing about everything. Just let him fight your battles and you keep going. Yes, it's all a chaos. Yes, it is. Everything is a mess right now. But guess what? Keep going. Because if you stand still in time right now, in this moment, in this time, and you stand still, you're not going to move forward. It's going to hurt. You're going to be in the chaos. You're going to feel it in your gut. Thank you, Lady T. You're going to feel it in your gut. It's not a good feeling at all. It's going to make you feel a type of way. Yeah, it's not a good feeling at all. So make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Make sure you're focusing on the things that you're supposed to focus on. Stop worrying about everything else. Just keep going. Keep going. So for me, I'm operating in my purpose. My purpose is I work. I work. I work. I have my regular job and then I have my purpose job, my kingdom job, my Father's business. See, your Father business, he gave you a portion of that business. So what you gonna do with it? Do you understand? He gave you a portion of that business. So I keep looking for pockets. He gave you a portion of that business. This is your portion of the business. And that's where your inheritance come from. We're born with inheritance. Have you noticed? Or have you ever heard about your birth certificate when you're born? It's a bond and it's worth so much money, millions, so much money. And then they put that in the stock. That's something for y'all to research. So what in physical, we feel like that's our inheritance. It's ours. How you getting paid off my mama birthing me? However, that's the physical. But in the spiritual, you have an inheritance that is not seen by the physical eye. So therefore, if it's not seen by the physical eye, it cannot be attacked. It cannot be attacked. It cannot be manipulated. It can't be any of those things. Your inheritance is in the spiritual. So therefore, when you start operating in your purpose, your mind goes to, I got my eye on the prize. And that's that. Your eye is on the prize and you're going where you're supposed to be going. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Everything is just going to fall in your lap. Let me tell you something. I'm going to give y'all just a quick little glimpse of what Coach and I got going on. This is how it is. All I did was show up. I woke up the other day and I said, okay, God, I'm feeling real good because I had fasted from, sugar and stuff like that. I had a clear mind. I felt good. I felt so amazing. Everything was clear. I was able to see more in depth with my spiritual eye. And all of a sudden I got a phone call because I got this. Okay. And then I got, someone reached out and said, hey, I got this. And I'm like, okay, this is all a part of my alignment. I didn't have to go look for it. I don't have to look for anything. When I'm operating in my purpose, I don't look for anything. I don't look for money because money looking for me. It's right now some money somewhere looking for me right now. And when it come, I'm going to let y'all know. Because I keep checking my mailbox. And then I get a check. And I'm like, yo, and it was a big check. I wasn't expecting no check because money is looking for me. See, I had my old address. This is my new address. It had to find me. You see what I'm saying? Money is looking for you. Don't worry about it. You just have to operate in your purpose. When you start healing and after that awakening and you start realizing what's going on and you figuring it out and now your eyes are open. And I'm not talking about your physical eye, your spiritual eyes. Your spiritual eyes are open. Most folks call it the third eye. But it's open. It's open and you trying to figure it out. Like, why was I stuck over here so long? Well, you were stuck over there so long because you were part of the masses. You were part of the, hey, we've been doing it this long, so let's just keep doing it. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much for the likes. I ask that you guys continue to like, share, and follow. And so you've been doing it so long. It's been like this forever. But somebody, it only takes one. See, in that family, it's been done like this forever. We've been going to this church forever. We've been just talking like this forever. We've been eating our greens with our finger and cornbread forever. Don't act like y'all don't know nothing about that. Come on now. We've been sitting over here doing this forever. We always buy used cars. We always buy used homes. This is how we've done forever. This is how you save money. This is how you do this. We've been doing it forever. We've been stuffing money in our mattress and under our mattress and inside the Bible forever. So you ain't got a bank account because this is what y'all been doing. You ain't got this going on because this is what you've been doing. You've been riding around spending your money on these junk cars, and every tax season you buying a new car. Because what have they told you? We've been doing this forever. I had someone say, because I'm scared to lose it. I'm scared if I get a car payment, then I lose it. But if I can pay cash, then I'm good. Well, why do you think like that? Because you've been thinking like that forever. See, you didn't come up with that idea because that's the dumbest idea ever. You didn't come up with that. You're too smart for that. Wait, what's up, A-Town? You didn't come up with that. That was taught to you. That was something that you learned along the way. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Miss T, exactly. So the thing is, you're too smart for that. So let's try this again. Why do you keep taking your tax money buying a new car every year? Why don't you invest your money because you work? If you filing taxes, that means you had a job. So let's look at the long investment because right now you look at, well, I can't afford no car note because I got this going on. Now let's look at longevity. All right. You get you a nice car and you may have to pay a car note on it. Okay. Get you a nice car. The longevity of it. The warranty behind it. You ain't got to go to Junebug and them and say, hey, can you fix my carburetor? You don't even know what you're talking about. No, he just telling you anything. He telling you it's a sparks plug and it's the whole Cadillac converter. I'm just trying to tell you. No. So now you invest in that. Now you have a car note. Now what were you spending your money on before? Do you really need that many wigs? Every month? Every 2 weeks? Do you really need to go get your nails done? Them $100 stupid nails y'all be getting, them duck nail. I don't even know. They got charms on. Like, what is y'all thinking? Nails be about this long? Wait, it's the duck. This long? They don't even look good. Like, they don't even fit your nail bed good. You look crazy. So do you really need all those nails and charms and things like that on there? That's what you have to look at. What is good for you in the long run will save you. It will save you money. So, what's more important? You want to take your tax time and keep on buying junk cars, or do you want to take your tax time money and start finally investing it into you, into a business, into you, so therefore it can multiply? See, let's explain that. When God give you any kind of cash that come from anywhere, remember, it's from God because he is I am. He is all these things. He's all these things, right? God will give you creative thoughts, creative mind. Here's the thing. You're working on you. You're working and doing the best version of you. So therefore, God will bless you with this. Whatever he bless you with, it's supposed to add and multiply. If you got something and every time you buy something, let's talk about this tax time. Every tax time you go buy a stinking broke down car just so you could be riding around, she getting it just for a little bit. And then you riding around, she getting it with a car seat in the back, right? Speeding down the way. Because you going out with your homegirls. Ain't nothing funnier to me than when I see them hot girls show up to the club, parking them little bitty toe down. I just bought this car with my tax money, and I got all my doggone, and I got my car seats in the back. But I'm out here acting like a hot girl. No, you need to go home and get your kids. Invest in your kids. Invest them. Invest in them. ASAP. Because you're doing no justice for anyone. So if you're buying these things with your money and it's dividing and subtracting from your life, it's causing chaos, division, and subtraction, heartache, that is of the devil. That is of the enemy. The enemy causes confusion. They can hang out with me at the club. I ain't in the club no more. They can hang out with me at the club. I'm just letting you know. I do chuckle a little bit. Like, look at her. I bet she probably done spent all that baby daddy money. But anyway, I got to throw a joke in here now. But what I'm trying to say is stop investing in things that's going to divide and subtract and always have you that. Start adding and multiplying. Allow God to multiply things in your life. Take that money. Start investing in you. I don't care. Listen, I started my business, right? I jumped to starting my business. I'm way ahead and stuff got to catch up. But I chose to invest in me. Now, I ain't got it all the way figured out the way I need to have it figured out. However, I got it started. I got an idea. I'm using what God gave me to do what I need to do. And the people and the things are going to show up and come. I don't worry about any of that. I just keep working. And when I say I'm working, I'm working. I realize that now is the season because I'm getting closer and closer to being on a different platform that it is time for me to focus on the way I speak. Okay? Meaning my tone. Meaning that, I have to watch and feel the vibe of things. See, these are the times that I'm learning because what he's teaching me is for me to become better. It's not for me to sit around and just be like, hey, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Look at me. I'm riding around and I'm getting it. Getting what? I want to be more than just this. I want to be what he told me I can be. So one of the sections that I'm working on right now and closing out is believing in him. Standing on his word. Believing in his word. What you told me, God. This is what you told me. Knowing that no matter what's going on, it can't shake me any kind of way. Not any kind of way. It don't matter what's going on right now in the world. I'm not going to bow down to anything other than what my God is. This is what God is. Let's talk about it. Daniel chapter 3. Right? Y'all go ahead and read that on your own. They wasn't fist to bow down to anything. Throw me in the furnace. Because all that you're going to see when you throw me in the furnace, you're going to see God walking around there with me because nothing's going to touch me. That's it. And that's how much I believe in him. And I believe in his word. And I believe that the vision that he showed me. I believe it. But it took me a time to keep, failing or doubting myself. Now, it was a point in time, like right now in this season, I used to, the way I feel now, like, okay, God, I don't feel a nudge. I don't know if you there. I would question, like, am I doing the right thing? I would step away. I would disconnect. I'm like, okay, God ain't there. He ain't listening to me. Well, guess what? I'm not like that no more because what he did was he took me through all that to build my confidence. My confidence is built up now that I don't have to run and say, oh God, did I do right? Because I already know when he said I ain't doing right, trust me, he'll show up. That person that, oh, they don't talk. Oh yeah, they do. When they got something to say, trust me, they're going to talk. And that's how God is. And that's how I believe him to be. When he got something to say, he going to show up and he going to talk to me. And he's going to have a lot to tell me. Because not only am I going to be reprimanded for what I did, he's going to teach me because he's going to deal with me gently. He's going to tell me, baby girl, this is what you did. This is what you shouldn't have done. And you know how you get that feeling, that conviction? Then he's going to teach you how to do it and do it well. He's going to teach you how to learn from your mistakes, because now I have totally surrendered. Like, I don't question anything no more. I don't question people that come in and out of my life. I don't care if I ain't talked to you in years. If I feel called to call you, I'm going to call you. I don't worry about what's going on. I don't worry about the things anymore. And I'm telling you, it was a time to have this feeling of peace, because God will give you the feeling. He gave it to me once before, and I was like, something wrong. I'm supposed to be doing something. And so he had to show me what it felt like. And then when I rejected it, because that's what we do, we reject it. Now he teaches us how to accept it. Thank y'all for the like, shares, and the follow. I ask that y'all invite more. So that's what happens. And so I become the best version of myself now. Now I don't sit around and look at other people while they're on their live like, that's how I want to be. They so confident. They look like they got the glow. They got that Leroy the Last Dragon glow. I want that glow. I want to feel like that. They speak with so much conviction, so much confidence, like they are doing it. And I don't feel that way no more, because I know that I am that now, because the kingdom is within me. I know that I am that now. So I don't question anything. I don't sit, if someone sent a message, I don't get frustrated when they come on and the hagglers come and they say little things on here or antagonize or whatever. I don't, did I even use that word right? Anyway, I don't even stress no more. I don't, because it is what it is. It's going to happen. Listen, if I thought I had haters before, I'm about to have big haters now. Trust and believe that. I'm about to have the biggest haters. I'm about to be hated on so much that, you're going to think like, man, is she all right? Yeah, I'm over here. I'm good. I'm still swimming. Because I'm learning that people are people. They're going to mistreat me just because. Just because. And no reason behind it. Just because. Because they're doing their job. Now, what do you mean by doing their job, Coach Nine? Because that ain't their job to come playing in my business. What they say, I'm not the one, the two, or the three. Like, you one of something. But listen, that ain't what you mean as a job. Because when the enemy is using you, that is your job to do his work. See, I'm about my Father's business. So when the enemy come with the chaos and the mess, you might catch me off guard, because, hey, I'm not perfect. Catch me off guard, but then I have to remember, hold on. I have to remember whose I am. I got to remember who I am. And I got to remember what my purpose is. Thank you, Lala. I got to remember these things. So now, since I am that chick, I'm that chick. I'm the chick. See, I've always been that chick. But the problem was I didn't have the confidence. The problem was I had low self-esteem. So I was getting attacked and didn't understand why. Have you ever heard people, or maybe you, I ain't even got none of these people bother me, because it ain't about you. It's the spirit that's in you. You are that girl. You just don't know it yet. So now that I understand who I am, I understand you doing your job. So now I got to let you do your job. Because if I react, then that means that you're about to get promoted. But if I don't react, you're going to be demoted, because you did not fulfill the job requirements. You're not a good fit for this. The enemy is going to discard you. You're not a good fit for this. You had one job and you couldn't get her, because he knew me. He still know me as who I used to be. He don't know me who I am today. Like, I'm that chick. Don't get mad at me. It is what it is. I don't worry about what people got to say. I don't worry about what's going to happen is these people. I don't worry about things like that. I just don't. Like, this is stupid, right? I don't. I'm trying to get these glares out my little reading glasses. But it don't look like it's going to happen, sis. Yeah. But yeah, so in this season, y'all know who you are. People coming, they coming. And what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna cry about it? What you gonna cry about? When you cry about it, what you gonna say? God, why they doing this to me? Well, they doing this to you because you're the problem. Well, how am I the problem? Don't that sound crazy? Somebody mistreats you. You giving your hand out. You listen, you giving out hands, even though your hands is full, you still giving a hand. You still doing these things. So how are you the problem? Well, let me tell you how you're the problem. Because you're allowing it. You're not understanding that these things have to happen. It's part of the prophecy. That you are that great that you're part of the prophecy. You're that great that you're part of the prophecy. Just because back in the day they used to put them in a history book and they used to write them on the wall and they used to make statues. So I'm not that important. Well, yes, you are, because you're part of the prophecy. See, God, people, listen. When God is getting the glory, you're never going to be that one that's in the history book, because your stuff is written down in God's book, the book of life. What's more important, a history book or the book of life? Now let's talk about the history book. See, over so many years, it changes. Now, if you open up your child's history book, they don't talk about all the black leaders and all the things that happened. What they're trying to do is wipe out. They don't even teach African American history. They took certain things out because they don't want this whole thing of, the whole slavery. If we could cut that out, then we don't have to talk about it. See, at one point in time, they used to talk about the Irish, how they were slaves. Then they cut that out. They used to talk about the Indians, right? But then they cut that out. And then it was left with the black history. Now they're cutting that out. See, you can rewrite history, but you can't rewrite what's in the book of life. So where do you want to be? Because you got to remember, when you write history in the physical world by man, then they tell your story. They will tell your story. And when they tell your story, they're going to tell it the way they want to tell it. They're going to tell your story the way that they want to. They're going to make you, it depends on who tell your story, make you sound great or make you sound less than. We don't know which one you want. But in the book of life, it's just the truth, because God is the truth. God is truth. God is truth. So it's impossible for him to lie. Impossible. Do you understand me? So all this, you want to be known. Let me talk to all my my hood celebrities. Where y'all at? Is that all you want? Just to be known in the hood? Is that all you want? No. No. You want to be much more than that, because you are. But the enemy will cap you out and have you like, hey, this is all you got. This is it. You listen to a lot of people's stories and they'll tell you some things. Like, I listen to everybody. Everybody think like, oh, well, you over here talking about God and you supposed to be this, because that's what you grew up and thought. That's what you grew up. This is what they taught you as you were growing up. That if you talk about God, then you have to live this holier than thou life. If not, you are a hypocrite. If you are a pastor, but no, you are a hypocrite. But your pastor can be around and chasing skirts, all the little girl skirts, doing everything else, and y'all okay with that? Like, well, we do as he say, not as he do. Y'all make no sense to me. It makes no sense to me at all. You pick and choose who you want to follow, but that's a you thing, not a me thing. So let's talk about it. So if that's all you want to do is be the hood celebrity, rapper, whatever, then fine, be that, be great at it. Whatever you do, always be great at it, but just know it's more than just that. So you'll get a cap put on you just because the enemy said, I don't need you going too far, because you might do a little bit more. You might mess around, run past Coach Nine, she tell you something, and then you start, your awakening and start operating in your purpose. Everybody that has a purpose, whether they're a rapper, a singer, an actress, an actor, or whatever it may be, they all have this feeling to be called to do something other than what someone told them to do. Right? But the majority of them that's successful, they stay on the path. They stay on their path regardless of what they say. You had Nicki Minaj talking about, hey, when she wanted to give up, she was tired, she wanted to give up. Safari told her, you know what, you just need to get another job, play. And then she decided to, hey. So then when she excelled, she was amazing. Thank you, Leo. She was amazing. She did well. And then all of a sudden one day she dropped him, right? When she dropped him, all of a sudden she became very commercial. meaning that everybody wanted to deal with her. She got the Pepsi commercials. She was known worldwide. She was global. She was winning, getting nominated for the Grammy. She was doing all these, getting awards, getting all these things, but she had to let something go. She was taking on someone that was not part of her destiny because she was starting to operate in her purpose. Her purpose is to influence people, to be better them, right? Regardless of how she do it, that's her purpose. So the same thing for you. Who do you have attached to you? Who do you have attached to you that got you feeling that, hey, I'm just going to be a hood celebrity. I'm just going to be known around here. I'm just going to be this. I'm just going to be that. Look at Cash Doll. She's a big name in Detroit. Very big name in Detroit. But see, she branched out. See, she could have just stayed Detroit and she still would have been on, but she wouldn't have been on had she not branched out. Same thing with little Glorilla. Look at her. She wanted to give up. She said it. I want to give up. I'm done. I'm just told my manager, I'm just going to start looking for a job. The manager said, no. So she made a song. She didn't know that song was going to be that big. Honestly, when I first heard the song, I said, what in the hell is this? Right? That's what I was thinking. What's up, Pop Hood? Because I don't listen to the radio. When I get in the car, I don't have a radio on. That's just me. I don't listen to a lot of stuff. Thank you, boo-boo. I don't listen to a lot of stuff. I go and I'll hear some stuff, so I don't know what's going on in the local radio. So I didn't think it was real. Twerking at the headlight on the red light, twerking. I didn't think it was real. But she didn't know it was that song because I'm sure she made another song that she just knew she would be on. Even when she did her, they did their battle rap and they went on freestyle. They did those things. You could see that she was confident in doing it. But I'm sure it was other songs that she thought was going to be the one. But it's the one that you least expect. You just got to hold on. But who do you got with you? So we don't know her whole story. What if she had somebody attached to her that she, or ex or whatever, that was not supposed to go to the next level? That's why it took her as long as it did. What if she was already supposed to be that girl, that chick 2-3 years ago? See, what happened is when you step away and walk away from people and start operating in your purpose, you all of a sudden become that chick because you believe you're that chick. See, when she came in, she was very humble. It's like she knew her place. She knew all these other rappers, what had already been doing this. The Megans and everybody else had already been doing their thing. And she was coming in, just coming in to, headline, with them, just like, hey, well, let me open up for you. Things like that. Now she's the chick. She's that chick. Folks are opening up for her. And she stayed humble about it. See, it's when you remove people out of your life. I don't care if they're old friends, new friends, whatever the case. When you start detaching people from you, you start to elevate. You ascend into the position that you're supposed to be in the spiritual realm. You are a leader. So any and everything that you touch will turn to gold. Yes, Leo. So whatever it is that you're doing, do it and do it well. But do not cap yourself. Do not put a cap on yourself. Alexis, do not put a cap on yourself. Keep going. I'm trying to tell you, A-Town, you are really flying high. I'm proud of you. But you know what I mean? Keep doing you. When they tell you, well, what doing lashes gonna get you? What you mean? All I got to do is the right person. Matter of fact, I ain't even got to do that. All I got to do is do my job. This is what God gifted me to do. I'm going to do my job, and he's going to bring the right person to me that's going to invest in me and do the things that I need to do. I don't care if you creating wigs. Guess what? Do your job. See, everybody think your purpose has to be something like this. In the church, doing a job, doing a thing, hospitality, on the deacons board, on the ministry board, on the doing this. You got to start. And then they tell you, see, it turns like into a little cult thing, because they tell you, okay, well, welcome to our church. We're going to see you through the welcome package. Do you want to serve on the team? Yes, I want to serve on the team. And well, we're going to start you. Wait a minute now. The first thing you would think, like they start you as an usher. We're going to start you in the hospitality. So therefore, if the toilets need to be cleaned, then you clean the toilets. If you need, and then they tell you cleaning the toilets is serving God. You have to have humility. You have to be humble. Guess what? I'm not cleaning your toilets, because that ain't what God told me to do. For some reason, I believed when I came to this church that I needed to trust you, pastor, to tell me what my gift is. Hey, what's up? To tell me what my gift is. And this is the season when we're learning that we go within, we talk to God. Because at one point of time, right, that's what they told us to do. What's going on? Thank you for the roses. Thank you. And I'm doing well. So what that told me was, okay, now you got the clicks. Now we got the clicks. Let's get back in the church. Now they told me this is where you need to be. Thank you for the share. Then they tell me, okay, well, this group over here, they go fellowship and eat all the time. Well, those are the ones that hang out with the first lady. They go on Sundays and fellowship. We just link up here and there and this, that, and the third. See, there's the separation in there. You see how everything turns into a whole club group, mean girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. See, I'm not that chick. I could care less about your fellowship, tippity tap tap, kissing anybody's behind, doggone eating lunch with and different things like that. I'm not going to be nervous sitting around y'all, because y'all are humans just like I am. And y'all are grown women just like I am. So you're not going to disrespect me. You're going to respect me by choice of force. And if I got to force it about you, then it's a problem for you and not for me. So I don't even connect myself. I've never been the type to be in a group. I've never been a type to be in a group. Don't come for me asking me to be in a group. I remember when I worked in on Post, and bang, bang. When I worked on Post, they tell me, oh, she over there hanging with the white people. She don't hang with us. No, I don't hang with nonsense. I don't hang with ignorance. I don't care what your color is. If you cool with me, then we cool, because that means we got something in common. But see, I didn't have nothing in common with them, because all they wanted to do, see, these are the same ones that said, oh, you hanging with them and you ain't hanging with me. These are the same ones that was trying to screw me anytime I come around. Hey, well, trying to get on. Bruh, ain't you married? Like, get up out my face. But yeah, over here, I'm just having a good time. We laughing and joking. We got something in common, because we not bitter, angry, upset, looking at the world like, oh, pitiful old me. So, hey. So my thing was how they came for me. So that's when I realized I needed to disconnect from certain people. I stopped looking for answers in people, and I stopped looking at trying to, what they tell me. And then they would tell me things, them same people that would say, oh, you over there hanging with them. Those would be the same ones that would tell me something so it can shake up how I feel about myself, take my confidence away from me, do these different things to make me look bad. These are the same people that will put the humiliation on you, that will put the shame on you, that will drag you through the mud. And yet when they see me, they say, hey, friend, get out my face. We're not friends. We're not friends at all. I don't do it. I don't do chaos and drama. So in these times, you can't go to everybody expecting them to be truthful with you. No. So the only thing you need to do is go to God and ask him, what am I supposed to be doing in this moment? So just because, you're not in the church and serving on some board does not mean you don't have a purpose. Does not mean that God hasn't called you yet. You've been called since birth. You just had to learn how to operate in your purpose. Because it's one thing to have the purpose. The purpose, you have the purpose is in you. Your destiny is in you. Everything you need is in you. It's in you. God has to teach you how to use it. That's why you go through the different trials and tribulations. So you go through those different things. Half of them is a testimony. It's a testimony in a two-part testimony, because you need to go through that, because you're going to be used. When you get on your purpose, you're going to have to help somebody. And because you went through that, that's how you're going to be able to help them. Do you understand? That's why you go through the things. That's why you have to stop saying, why me? They did me so wrong. Why every man I get with, he treat me this way? Why every woman I get with, they treat me this way? Why do everybody do this? Why is this happening to me? Why they taking my money? Why do the people mistreat me? Why I can't never get a job? Why I can't get the PPP loan? Why I can't get the money? Why I can't get the big old houses? Why I can't have the fancy clothes? Why I can't have? Well, it ain't about you. Those are the things that you need to learn that, hey, put a pin in it. Why I can't get what you can't get because you have not asked. Okay? That's one. Move that to the side. Two, in this time, you need to learn that it's not about you. It's not happening to you. You know what I mean? It's happening for you, because in the event you need to learn from this, and the person that you're learning this from, guess what? They need to learn a lesson. So you got to teach them a lesson. Right? You are the one that's going to trigger the awakening in them. You are the one that's going to trigger the things in them to make them realize that they are assholes. Are they bad people? Are they not doing something right? Are they just nasty? You are the one that's going to reflect how they treat people back to them. Right? So the whole time you're crying, what's up, Naisha? Whole time, thank you. Whole time you crying and you like, man, why did they hurt me? Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. Why they hurt me so bad? Why did they do these things to me? I don't like that, God. It hurts so bad. But the whole time they on the opposite side hurting, but they don't understand because they only got two emotions, happy or angry. Thank you, boo-boo. Happy or angry. So they don't know how to place their emotions. So when you looking at them, they looking like, oh, ain't nothing bothering me. That's because they're confused. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know how to react to what you did. So what they do is project. What they do with all y'all keep saying, he's narcissistic. No, he's not narcissistic. No, he's confused. He's a special kind of person. And it took you to come into his life to trigger that. So yes, he's doing his crash out behind the scenes. See what's going on? You may see him on social media and around people and he's smiling and laughing. But on the inside, deep on the inside, you showing up convicted him. Now, instead of him sitting in that truth and saying, or her sitting in that truth and saying, man, I'm a messed up person. What they're doing is trying to find all the flaws that's in you. If they can find all the flaws that's in you, then they can attach what they feel to that. They can project it on you. They can make you the problem. That's why they say you're narcissistic. No, he's trying to find and place blame on something. Stop taking these terms from everybody that when a new term come out, y'all go run with it. Oh, no, they narcissistic. No, that's what the enemy wants you to do. That's why he threw a new word out there. Because if you dare call out the spirit by his name, by the exact name, then you will be delivered. But if I throw you another name, what? Narcissistic. Let's think about that. What is that? That's a whole lot of things. That's a whole lot of things, but you're not targeting the thing that's attacking you. So then that's why the things happen. But the whole time you sitting over here, God, why me? Why did this happen to me, God? Why me? Why not you? You was the perfect person to defeat the Goliath. You defeated him. He may or she may not realize it, but yeah, guess what? On the inside, that's all that matter is on the inside, because what's on the inside of you, the kingdom lies within you. So that's why he or she is convicted, and they have to deal with that now. Now, they may not know how to deal with it. They may be out here drinking a lot, smoking a lot, disrespecting other people, doing all these things, crashing out, whatever the case may be, because they don't know how to deal with it. But you did your job. See, you did your job. You done confused the enemy. Now the enemy is on the inside of him going crazy. Because haven't you noticed why they're looking all happy? You talking about why God? But if you look, they all on your social media. They asking people about you. You've messed around and they done made a mistake and clicked on your page. Now you can see they profile you like, well, why they looking for me? Why they keep showing up in different areas of my social media? Why they keep showing this? I don't even talk to this person like that. They don't even got my number. They don't even got this. Because now they're trying to find the spirit that's in you, because your spirit is light. See, they don't see when you all crying and stuff. They don't see that. What they see is the spirit. They see the spirit and they don't understand the spirit. So now they're trying to find you, trying to figure out, what is you doing? What is you doing some witchcraft? Girl, what is you doing? Girl, what is you doing? Dude, what is you doing? because they got to figure out what it is. What are you doing? Why they can't sleep? Why you always on their mind? Why you keep thinking about? Why they keep thinking about you? They can't sleep. They can't do anything, and it's because you did your job, which was to reflect them, reflect how they treat people to them. You were supposed to trigger something on the inside of them. Now they're awakening. They probably won't surrender to the awakening maybe until a little bit later, years later, but it's okay. You did your job. So I need you to stop worrying about how the person replaying it over and over in your mind. I need you to stop, because what you're doing is allowing the enemy. Now the enemy's mad because this fool over here acting a fool. Now he need a new host. So now he needs to attach to you. And every time you replay it in your mind, every time you think about it, every time it's a thing, every time you worrying about what is he or she doing, is they dating somebody? Is this happening? They hurt me. They do this. You're giving the enemy a place. He's taking you in. It's a host now. You're his host now. No, no, no. What you do is when people mistreat you, you go inward. You go inward because the kingdom is within you. You go inward and you just allow yourself to heal you. See, God created us. This is so amazing that we can heal ourselves. Now, if we can heal a wound, if you get cut right now, it's going to heal itself. Right? It's going to heal itself. That's easier said than done. But I'm going to tell you, do I got a pen? Because I'm going to put a pen in that, baby. We're going to come back to that. Remind me, Leo. Remind me to come back to that. So, but no, I got to talk about it. So it's easier said than done. I'm sorry, y'all. We got to jump shift a little bit. So it's easier said than done. So let me explain to you. Why do we say that? Because we were taught to say that. We was not taught to heal ourselves. Since birth, when we were birthed out and came out the canal, right? When we came out the canal, they told us what we gonna be. Oh, this one gonna be a little star right here. Oh, this one gonna be a little. See, your tongue is the curse. They already tell us what we're going to be. They already tell us how we're going to start talking, when we're going to start walking. They give us the milestones. At this milestone, they should be walking. At this many months, they should be doing this. So how dare I, at 2 months, if my baby want to start sitting up, how dare I? What I'm going to do? Oh, no, come here, baby. You ain't supposed to be doing that. We don't allow. We cripple everything with what man told us to do. So when we go through things, but that's the spirit that's in her. That's the spirit that's in her. So with the spirit that's in her, you can't control that. It does not matter. It does not matter when that desire is there. So I'm going to read it out loud. My ex-fiance has desires for someone married. We share a child. Okay. But you can't control. If you can't control what she do. You can only control you. You have to heal you. You have to go within. If that's your person, only you can heal her by healing you. Because the more and more you stress about it, because y'all connected, y'all energy is connected, right? Y'all got that energy. Y'all got that Leroy the Last Dragon glow, right? Because it's something about no matter what, y'all always come back. But when the enemy creep in, when you allow the enemy in, this is why it always says, keep God first. So anytime you allow the enemy in, you're no longer in charge. You're no longer in charge. You cannot force her to do right. You cannot force her to see the good in you. You cannot force her to see anything. What you have to do is you got to go within and you got to see and write it down and say, okay, what am I supposed to be learning in this moment? Where did I go wrong? What part of the problem am I? Not with the relationship, but with yourself. What part of the problem? You care too much. Why do you care so much? Why do you worry so much? Why do you have do you have abandonment issues? Why do you have abandonment issues? What happened in your childhood that caused you to feel like, hey, you hold on to what you got regardless if they don't want you or regardless if they mistreat you? What told you? Well, I'll tell you, they always tell you to invest in what you want. And then because we're with a thing or have a thing, we invest in that, but that does not mean that is what is for us. Okay? So you have to heal you. So just like I was saying, if we get a cut, then we automatically heal. So when it comes to our heart, when it comes to our mind, no one can heal us. I don't care what you go through. Listen, it was times that I needed to heal and I needed to be picked up. I needed to be picked up, and I didn't want to go through the process by myself. And I would call people, and guess what? They let me down every time. Well, that was part of the prophecy. They're not supposed to help me heal because my job is much greater. My job is to be a healer, to teach people how to heal, to teach people how to love, to teach people how to do the thing. So how can I teach you if every time that I went through something, somebody helped me? No, I had to learn how to go within. I had to learn that this hurts. I don't like the way I feel, but I had to remember. Yes, I had to remember. It's not about me. What this person did to me is not about me. It's everything about them. I didn't hurt you. I'm not your mother. I'm not your first love. I'm not the one that took your money. I'm not the one that used you. I am me. I am successful by myself. I'm a 10 by myself. I don't need a whole entourage. I don't need people. I can sit by myself and manifest any and everything that I want. And yes, it can get lonely by you got everything and what do you share it with? But I'm okay with that. Okay? So I had to learn how to heal. And I had to remember, okay, it's not about me. Everything God get the glory. And then he taught me this. You focus on the purpose. Only way to find out what the purpose is to go within. Once I go within, I'm automatically going to heal my heart because what's within you is what is the power. That's where the power lies. So that's why when you see these different diagrams and you see that it's a lady or a man, whatever, in a meditation state, and you see the different stones, which are supposed to represent the chakras, right? I know a lot of people are confused about the chakras because they didn't hear about it until this season of this new generation, but it is a thing. However, let's not focus on that because when you become spiritual, some people focus totally on that. And when they focus totally on that, they miss the point and the lesson. See, everybody look at everything surface level. So even if you're a spiritualist, you still look at everything surface level, meaning that, okay, they said the chakra, the blue for communication, the throat chakra. So God, heal my throat, this, that, and the third. And it's not about that. Let's go a little bit deeper. It's about you allowing God to use you as a vessel so he can speak through you. But you're too focused on the chakra. Okay, he opened it up, but what are you going to talk about? That's the point. You have to go deeper in everything. So this workbook I'm working on, I'm teaching you how to break things down and go deeper into things. So once you do that, you learn how to heal. And when you go within and your heart start healing itself, see, you have the power to heal everything in you. It ain't about finding the right stone in the chakra. Understanding what's going on, you'll feel it. So let's talk about it. Right up in here, you know how you always get the butterfly feeling. And then you feel like nervous. You feel like it's something. When you say something, I had this funny feeling. Well, it's your sacral chakra. That's where your spirit sit. That's where that's where the spirit sit. So if you feeling that feeling, then that's the spirit telling you, hey, don't bring that mess over here. I don't want nothing to do with that. We ain't got no room for nobody else up in here. I'm over here doing my thing. I done made my bed. I done decorated the inside. I done did everything I needed to do. I done meditated and did everything. So don't bring that mess over there. So that's that nudge that they're giving you like, hey, don't do that. See, my job is to show you, bring the new generation and the old generation, bring it together so you get a full understanding. So you won't be out here talking about these new generation folks or witchcraft. Trust me, I did it. And God said, no. You're going to be the one to fix this. So it is a thing and it's okay. But that's not the point. The point that I'm trying to get to you is knowing yourself, going within, allowing you to heal you. Because once you recognize what it is, that person, you did nothing to that person. Stop holding yourself accountable for stuff that you didn't do. Listen, I was bad at people pleasing. You could tell me. So I had a guy tell me I was childish. And I'm like, I ain't never heard that before. But all right, kid, here we go. I took it. He pissed me off. Man, I wanted to, man, I'm telling you, I wanted to like really, I like get some superpowers. Like I really wanted to turn into one of the Avengers. Like I really wanted to be like a transformer, a symbol. I really wanted to knock him through the wall. I really did. But I had to step back because I was in a spiritual awakening and learning some different things. And God was like, yo, hold on, hold on. And see, I'm learning to be obedient. So I was able to respond in a way of, okay, let me shut up. Let me let him say what he gonna say. I'm gonna let God deal with him. And so but I was still healing. So I was so much of a people pleaser. I was like, you know what? You're right. I was not. No, I wasn't. I was not. Now that was childish. But no, seriously, I wasn't. But I just wanted everything to be cool. I didn't want no more drama. I don't like mess. I don't like drama because I understand what the bigger picture between him and I was. Thank y'all for the likes, shares, and follows. I understood what the bigger picture was. And so it wasn't about me. See, when I meet people, I don't meet the tough guy, whatever persona they try and have. I don't meet that. When I meet people, I meet their spirit. See, it's a different type of thing. See, most people, they say, oh, I see the potential in you. See, yes, I get what you're saying, but I see the spirit in you. See, one thing about it is when I come into your life, I'm speaking and feeding your spirit. I'm speaking and feeding your spirit. Yeah, I handled it well, but I didn't because of the fact what I needed to learn in that lesson was I needed to learn not to people please, not to just go along and say, all right, you're right, just to get along. No, I was supposed to stand my ground. And I was supposed to check him, but not in the way that I wanted to check him. But I was supposed to check him and make him understand that, or just walk away and then later on have a conversation. Everything starts with a conversation. But when I say check, I don't mean like you this. No, that ain't what I mean. That ain't what I mean. No, it was just to have a conversation and explain to him. See, in that moment, I was too hot to explain to him, to explain to that person that this is what it is. This is not childish. Childish mean because I can get real petty now and piss people off because I break everything down. Let me explain to you what childish mean. The definition of childish is this. The definition of being a woman is this. What I was speaking to you from a place of a grown woman, and my reaction to it was of a grown woman to come and ask you about a situation. Now, that's how I could have went in with it. But in that time, I'm hot, he hot. It wouldn't have went well. So don't say anything. So I never addressed it because it's not that important. But back to, I see the spirit in people. See, I don't see what everybody else see when they say, oh, well, he ain't no good. This ain't no good. See, my spirit identifies his spirit. What he is a product of his environment. What he is a product of hurt. See, he's been hurt. See, a lot of people, when they meet me, I don't come straight off the bat like, hey, I got these superpowers, I got this spiritual powers. No, you're going to have to get to know me. It's people that have been knowing me for years that still don't know how spiritual I am and how tapped in I am. I just never say anything. Because it's nothing to be shown. Just like I talked to you yesterday. I told you, a real spiritualist and a person that's really grounded and understand who they is. They don't have to use a card. They don't have to use any candles. They don't have to use anything. And I hope you guys, I know a lot of y'all probably going to be tomorrow with this portal thing and sitting around with your candles manifesting all these different things while the planets line up. Well, guess what? You do what makes you happy. I don't have to do any of that because I understand God is the universe. He is the I am. I am the universe. I am that you are lighting that candle for. I am. So as long as I just stay attached to him, it doesn't matter what lines up in the planets. He created that. All I have to do is ask. So that's a whole nother story. Let's talk about it. So people can know me for years and they would never know anything about me. I don't have to walk around with as we talked about yesterday, I don't have to walk around with things over my head or talking about, hey, I got to cover up my third eye and I got to wear this and I got to have this copper and I got to have these gems and I got to have these stones and I got to have these different crystals and I got to have the candles and I got to have these. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to have no altar. I don't have to have any of that. I don't have to walk around like I'm holier than thou. I don't have to walk around acting like, hey, look at me, that when you see me, it look like I'm just floating. And I'm wearing all white and I'm just floating. I don't have to fit into that, because that's the whole purpose of being connected to God. Because when you look at in the Old Testament, they used to wear these things so you will know what's going on in their life. So you will know the stress that's going on in their life. You'll know that they have turbulence in their life. Just like with Esther, Malachi was all torn down and had all these things on. Esther was still up in the palace, still looking pretty, still being gracious, still standing in her grace, still being bold and beautiful. In the same time, she felt a little scared, but because she's connected to God, and she understands that he is the creator of all. He created me. He created the king. He created the kingdom. All these rules are man-made. So therefore he can change. So y'all go fast. She didn't do all this extra stuff. She didn't go tear herself down. She didn't do anything. She went into her secret place and she went and fasted. And guess what happened? They were all saved. Because she was afraid to approach her king. Because you're not supposed to be approached by the king. He got to call you. He got to summon you. He got to summon you. He got to say, you, come here. Tell him one of my wives to come here. Tell my concubine. Tell them all to come here. And she knew that. She knew that if she approached him, she could die. She knew all these things. But what she did not do is walk around the palace acting like, hey, I'm fasting. I'm fasting. Feel bad for me. I'm sad. Feel bad for me. No, she stood in her power because she understood who was in control. She allowed everybody to do what they were doing. Malachi, you want to walk around with a potato sack or whatever it is, sack on, then you do that. But for me, I have to continue to stay in position. I have a position. I'm in my power right now. She did what she had to do, her 3 days, and then she went. She went to the king. They said she wanted to say, the king, like, whatever you want, whatever you can ask for, whatever's under the sun, whatever's under the stars, whatever it is that you want, anything that I control, you can have it. And he was willing to give her anything that he couldn't control. Like, girl, I'm going to get it. What you want? Tell Big Daddy what you want. And she told him, your wish is my command. You understand? That's how I am when it comes down to spirituality. I don't have to walk around with anything because I know who my Father is. I'm spoiled. It's nothing that I can't ask for that he hasn't given to me or that I can't get because I'm spoiled. I'm that confident. So when people come for me, it's shame on you. It is shame on you because nothing good is going to come out of it. I don't go around like you mistreat me and I'm going to call judgment. Yeah, I'm going to call judgment. I'm not calling judgment on you because I know what it's going to do to you. But you keep playing, then I'm going to go tell God. Whoo, that woman's son keep playing with me. That woman's daughter keep playing with me. They keep playing with me. I don't make a big deal like you got some people, oh, when I tell God, and then they think that what they're saying is that's their curse and they're going to. No, it's not how it works. Yes, what you speak turns into existence. So that's why I'm not quick to say, you going to this place, this ain't going to be good for you. Everything you touch, go for. I'm not saying that. Yeah. Sometimes I grab my popcorn and get ratchet. Like, wait a minute, hold on. I'll be convicted. Like, Holy Spirit be like, if you don't get your tail up in that house, get home. Well, wait a minute, let me watch one more part. Nope. But I'm just saying, you got to be that confident. You have to remember that you are that dude. You that chick. You that dude that everybody want to be. You can't help it. You ain't got $1 to your name. You can't even go to the store and get you a Swisher. I don't know what y'all roll up now. You see, I said Swisher, so you know I'm way back in the day. You ain't even got enough money for that. You can't even go to the gas station and get nothing, a square, a single, a nothing. You ain't got no money for that. But yet, everybody hating on you. Everybody hating on you. You still stay at your mama at her house. You ain't got nothing, a pot to piss in, nothing, and they still hating on you. Yeah, you ain't got much of nothing, and they still hating on you. Matter of fact, you had to go buy your wig on clearance because you had to go buy it from somebody else washing it. You had to make your own clothes. You had to cut up an old shirt, tie it up, and make it a new outfit. You had to do all these things, but yet when you step out, everybody hating on you. And that's because you got that Leroy the Last Dragon glow. It's in you. You can't help it. It's in you. You was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Baby, it's in you. You can't do nothing about it. Girl, you is born for tough. You is tough. And you don't even know it. Know it. Know it. You don't even know it. See, that was me. But what happened? When I started knowing it, well, I had to put the old me to rest. I had to get the Negro spiritual going. I had to put the old me to rest. Because this new chick, my chick bad. My chick hood. Anyway. But no, don't play with me. I don't have to curse you out no more. I'm just not going to talk to you. I understand how powerful I am. I understand how powerful my presence is. Communicating with me. See, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Don't talk to me. Thank you, Monique. Don't talk to me. I'm not talking to you. Like, yeah, for real, like I'm 12 years old. I'm not talking to you. And walk off. I don't care. Because you want to be in my presence. I could care less about you being in my presence because I already see your spirit. I already know your spirit. You just don't know your spirit. Half these folks that, let's talk about the inside outside. So the inside and outside don't match. So that was my problem. I needed to make all of it match. Now that it matched, I'm a force to be reckoned with. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Not at all. So listen. So you got the ones that's holier than thou. They go to church. They look the part. They got the nice little, you know how they got the little bob, the little cute bob, or the cute little whatever they got going on, the cute little outfit, the little church outfit. You know, they all covered up, but they still got a little class to them. You know, those ones that look like they just float when they come through. You know, everything is just flawless. They speak so well. Healing, self-love healing. Jasmine, I do life coaching, and the first life coach is free. So if you want to DM me, I'll go to my website and book. If you can't get to the website, just DM me, and then we can talk about it. Okay. So listen. So she looks perfect, right? But then her inside is so nasty when you get to know her. She's a bust down. She out there hitting it high. Hitting it low, doing what she do, right? Cussing everybody out. She's old hood chick. You talk to her because now you see her in the street and you're like, hey, you know, I seen you at church and I just wanted to talk. She nasty. Nasty. We don't want those. And then you got the ones that's out here ratchet, acting a fool, trying to pretend to be somebody that they not, some thug, some hot chick or whatever. But when you talk to them, they spirit, the real them, they're just so sweet. That was a facade to protect the real them. So now when I say to heal the two, right? Thank y'all for the follows, the likes, the shares, the gift. Thank y'all so much. Listen, so to match the two, you need to identify what is the problem. That's what we talk about with the dark night of the soul. Thank you, Mariah. The dark night of the soul. This is when you go within to heal. When God get ready to show you. That book of life. He opens it up for you and say, yo, this you. This you. Everything that you went through, even when people hurt you or you hurt people, this is you. This you. This is you. This is that dark night of the soul that I tell you that some people only make it to level 1 and then they turn back to their old self because I'm not going down that path because they call that path evil. They just like, no, I'm not. That's negative. I don't want no negativity in my life. I'm not doing that. But no, what it is I need to show you because we need to heal you. I need to show you because even the times when you were hurt and people mistreated you, I need to show you where you were wrong. I need to show you how to fix you. I need you to stop worrying about that person. So let's talk about it. That guy hurt you. And then I have friends that say, well, and he did, and he did, and he did, and he didn't, and this, that, and that. But what about you? Let's talk about you. He did me wrong. He cheated on me. Stop. Let's take him out the picture. Let's pretend like he don't exist. How? I wouldn't be in this situation if see, they're not ready to heal. It's only when you're ready to heal that you're going to listen. So when I tell them when they're ready to heal, and I say, okay, let's work on you. Let's take him out the picture, pretend like he don't exist. But you got all these feelings, but take it out the picture. I need you to look at and heal you. Why did you get so upset when this person did that? Why did you allow that person to cheat on you again? Why did you got to look at why, thank you, highly texture hair care. Why did you allow these things into your life? What is it that made you stay tied to that? Why? That's the part that you need to answer. You have to take the negative out, which we don't use negative or positive. We say desirable, undesirable. Because if you say negative, you got to take the negative out. That's the stronghold. See, we got a stronghold. When we say something is negative, we have a reaction to it, an automatic reaction that we were taught to have to that. Because negative means bad. Negative means all these bad things. You think the worst. And then you got a stronghold on it and it plays over and over in your mind. But what if you look at it like this? That man cheated on you. Okay, he cheated on you. Now you go within and say, okay, that was very undesirable. See how that feels a little bit better versus negative. When you say the word negative, you get a feeling. But if you just sit back like that, was very undesirable. His behavior was undesirable. This relationship is undesirable. I don't care if you like him, love him, been with him for 20 years or her for 20 years. I don't care. What I'm trying to tell you is the relationship that you're in is undesirable. You do not desire that. You desire, what do you desire? I desire love. I desire peace. I desire happiness. I desire joy. I desire the finer things in life. Okay, now that you desire those things, so what the hell are you doing with all the undesirable things? Fix it. Fix it. What do not serve you, put it in the undesirable. That's right. That's right. And you know what? Here's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up. You said you'll vet him better. This is the problem. Until you heal you, like what I'm saying, the enemy is going to constantly bring the same type of energy, but in a different person. Every time, that familiar spirit, he's going to constantly bring that person to you. And then you're going to fall victim because this person is not going to have the 20 red flags like the other one. This one might just have the 2, but it's still undesirable. It is men out there and it is women out there that don't have red flags. Their red flags is within themselves, not with you. Their red flags may be, hey, they may be a little too OCD. You know what I mean? It's not that deep. That's something that they need to heal. Their red flags they may be an overthinker. That is something that they need to deal with. Do you understand? So the same energy. So just wait for it. Let me tell you how this went. Like I just told y'all, the enemy will give us worth and make us attached to that. Yep. That's right. You got to focus on you. So the enemy will throw out words and have us attached to it. So let's talk about red flags. When he threw that out there, when he threw that term out there, yes, book a consultation with me. Oh, I keep forgetting, y'all. Get my book. Get my book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. Sorry. It is on the Walmart website, Amazon website, and Barnes & Noble's website, okay? I'm working on the workbook. That's a sequel to this. Get the book. You guys join the book club that's going to start off next month. Get your book and join us. Join us there. I have the I have the link out on my website, Not Fitness LLC. Look at my bio, and you guys can book a life coaching session, a consultation, whatever it is that you may need out over there in the book site. And if it's not available, then DM me. So let's get back to the word red flags. So when they say red flags, right? The red flags is the enemy way of saying, let me give them a new shiny toy to play with. Because if I teach them to only look for the bad, they'll never look for the good. And like I said, your first session of life coaching with me is free. We just talk about it. I give you 30 minutes, you know what I mean, until we can figure out what it is that we need. So he teaches us to find only the bad. We'll never see the good. Thank you so much, Leo. Leo. Is it Leo? Yeah. Okay, you know I got my glasses on and don't got my glasses on. It's like I still can't see. Thank you so much. So here it is. This person got all the green flags. And like I said, some of the red flags is on them. That is something that they need to heal. It's just a personality thing. It's something like that, right? So here it is. She has OCD. Well, you, because you grew up in a household that your mama made you get up and clean up all the time. Every time there was a dish in the sink, she said clean. And you said, I'm not dealing with that ever in my life again. So when you find out that this person is OCD, in your mind, that's what she is. But what she like to do is just keep stuff clean. But in your mind, you have registered her already as OCD, connected it back to your childhood, and then you said she's a walking red flag and you walked away. Thank you, Bluish. Blues. Thank you. You know? So now you just labeled her. Thank you for the gift. Now you just labeled her. And because the enemy has taught y'all a new word, thank you for that. Taught you a new word. Now you run with that. And you just run. But in healing, because you're not healed. If you're looking at that, that means that you're not healed. If you're taking something that's going on and taking it and connecting it back to your childhood, that means that you're not healed. The way to heal is you have to go inward and go back to that childhood trauma and fix it and heal it. If not, you'll continue to go through life looking for all the wrong things that hurted you as a child in everybody. You're not going to look, because you're the man. You suppose a man that finds the wife, right? You're supposed to be that Ephesians 5 man. I think it started kind of around Ephesians 5:25, but don't quote me. I know it's the Ephesians 5. But listen, you're supposed to be finding a wife, finding a good thing, but you're too busy finding out all the wrongness in them. Like, let me mess with her. You got to the point that you date women just to find out what's wrong with them and tear them down, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. Have you dated a man or a woman that they get with you, right? That means that you need to go study it. You need to study it, because everyone talks about the Proverbs 31 woman starting around 10, but talk about a Proverbs 31 woman, but don't understand that you got to match it to something. Everything in the Bible, one verse coincides with another verse somewhere else in the text. So Proverbs 31, Ephesians 5. There you go. So you date someone and they looking at you, and then they looking at you and they like, well, why are you doing that? And you like, doing what? They just picnic, finding things in you. I had one guy that I dated. I'm telling you, I'm just talking to the guy. I'm talking to the guy just like I'm talking to y'all right now. Like, yeah, we just having a conversation. We on the phone and we just talking. He hadn't known me for maybe about 2 days. Hello, cake. He hadn't known me for maybe a couple of days. And what happened is he gets on the phone. He's excited to talk to me on the phone. I'm in the process of working. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm doing all these things. And he got me in a time, and I'm talking to him on the phone just like this, and we're just talking. But because he doesn't know me, he immediately went to, why are you talking to me like that? I mean, it was the sweetest, sassiest thing ever, because that's how I took it when he said it. This is how I felt he said it. Why are you talking to me like that? I'm sure that's not how he looked, but to me, that's how I registered. But I'm like, what you mean? We'll talk to you like what? And he's like, talking to me like that. Like, what is you talking about? See, what he was trying to do is make me come off as I'm crazy, right? Because I'm sitting here like, wait a minute, what is you talking about? He was like, that's what I'm talking about. Why you talking to me like that? So I know you a little touched. But what the problem is, see, you grew up in a household as, I got to know him a little bit more and talk to him. I found out that he got childhood trauma. See, his mama always talked to him a certain type of way. So when any woman, especially a woman like me that got it going on, is standing on her own, right? He feel like, oh, I think I'm better than. I'm not better than you. I would have never gave you a chance if I felt that way, because I definitely shouldn't have gave you a chance. I'm definitely out of your league, because you're not in my league at all. I don't do chaos. I don't do mess. So with that, I had to learn to, okay, let me disconnect, because there's nothing I can do for you. It's nothing I can do, because all you're going to do right now, you are the type of person, because you were raised this way, you seek out women to find the wrong in them and tear them down, because this is what happened to you in your childhood all these years. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect. I know I'm all in your business, ain't it? I'm in your business tonight. So what you have to do is understand you're not the problem. Don't sit around and take on what they say. They have to do the work too. Listen. If you got chaos in your relationship, and you guys are bickering back and forth and it's constantly a thing and y'all can't get along, but y'all love each other, then how about you guys separate and go heal? Because you're never going to get peace. God is not going to bless you with him and him with you. See, the enemy brings chaos, drama, and mess. God brings addition and multiplication. So he blesses and give more. So in this time, y'all bickering, but what if this is your person? But in this time, y'all are not doing anything. Y'all like Bobby and Whitney. How can they help each other? If they see Bobby, what he did was he went ahead and said, okay, thank you. Bobby said, well, I'm going to go ahead and get myself clean. And I'm going to give my public personal opinion. In my opinion, it was like, well, he went and got healed trying to make it look like he the good guy. And I left my girl Whitney over there. Listen, I still get emotional talking about Whitney. Because she was a vessel. She was a vessel that got stuck at the level 1 of the dark night of the soul, the awakening, the vessel. Anyway, another story. And so when he finally healed, yes, she was still out there doing her thing, right? Still out there being Whitney because she had lost herself. But it was when she finally found herself, right? She healed. So let's look at it like this. What if they were meant to be together? See, she can't, in order to heal her, he has to heal himself. And then she became healed, right? The problem is, well, they never got back together, but she allowed someone else to come help her heal. See, we get to a point in that healing process that what happened is when we're healing and we're doing well, we get to that part like, okay, I can't do this by myself. Let me allow some people in. And you're supposed to, because it's a certain part of your healing journey that God will bring your person. Listen to me very carefully. He will bring your person, because there's another part that you can't heal on your own, and he will bring your person. But we get on a healing journey. It's a part that we feel stumped at, and we go get somebody to help us to become our crutch. And in her situation became the crutch. And then when they became the crutch with all the other, and they talked about Ray J and all these different people that came, she went back to what she was comfortable with. Yeah. And you sent the devil away fast. And guess what? Don't trip. He's still over there. I don't care if it's been 10 years later. He's still trying to figure out a way to get back to you. Because you cannot, when the enemy is ready, and willing, they will go for eternity to get you. I don't care if you get reincarnated. He's still holding a grudge because that's his job. You can't beat me at my game. How you going to beat me at my game? How you going to shut me down before I even get the show started? Listen, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Yeah, that's his show. And how dare you say, no, I don't want to be intimate. How dare you send me off? How dare you just... No. So listen, at the end of it all, you got to do work on you. You can't work on anybody else. You can't worry about anybody else. You can't say anything. You can't, nothing. You got to focus on you. That's it. That's it. And that's all. Yeah, she's standing on business. I'm proud of you. I sure am. I love that for you. I love that for you. I love that for you. But listen, I'm trying to tell you, it's a lot of people. I don't hold grudges. Listen, everything in my life, I had to go inside and do. Listen, if it come down to blocking people, block them. Block them. It doesn't mean that you hate them. It just means that why do they have access? Listen, I had a phone number for over 20 something years. I changed my number. I changed my number. I gave it to the people that I needed to give it to, which was listen, and all my family don't have it. I gave it to the people that if something happened right now, would I be affected if I didn't know it happened to them? That's who got my number. So it's a handful of people. Handful of people. That's what I'm talking about. But listen, I went through it. I am a testimony. I stand before you and I talk to you guys, and I'm not talking from a place of, well, something I read and something I did and this. No, I'm coming from a place, I done been through some stuff. See, that's the thing. When you go through things and God use you, you're that one that everybody be like, I bet you she done been through everything. I bet she jumped over the moon too, huh? Yeah, I have. I'm not here to prove myself to. I ain't really jump over the moon, but you get what I'm saying. But I'm not here to prove myself to anyone. You can talk to me about something, and I can relate to everything that you're talking to because I'm well versed. You can take me to the projects and hang out. I can go to the White House and hang out. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be able to fit in wherever I went to, and I don't have to change anything about me. I don't have to speak a certain way. I don't have to. Like, I picked up this accent from somewhere, right? Thank you for the follow. I don't know where it came from, but, it's kind of like, I guess it's cool, right? But it's because I've been versatile around different cultures, different people throughout my life. So I picked up my own accent. Like, I don't fit in anywhere. You can't put me anywhere. If I told you I am from Gary, Indiana, that is my original place, Gary, Indiana, and I live in Mississippi. I've been living in the South since I was 19. So that's the thing. My speech changed, my voice changed, my attitude changed, everything. When God get ready to use you, everything about you will change, and you're going to feel comfortable no matter where you go. And I can go anywhere. I'm comfortable. If you ain't comfortable, that's your problem, not a me problem, because I'm very comfortable because I know who I am. I know that when I walk in this establishment, everybody, 9 times out of 10, folks gonna stop, turn around and look, because it ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't because I'm fly. Girl, yeah, you was in the hood. I don't even think it's a Fifth Avenue no more down there. I don't even know what's going on no more down there. Ain't nothing in. But listen, so people will look at you, and you just got to know that it has nothing to do with what you got on. You can have on the best clothes. You can have on the red bottom. You can have on all this, and you think that they looking at you, right? Ain't nobody looking at you, Otis. It's the spirit that's in you. Have you ever seen, okay, let me ask you this. You got some folks that they get clean. They put on their clothes. They put it on and they feel good. And they go out and they just like, yeah. Or you put on that outfit that you about to get complimented on. That one wig, that one makeup, that whatever it is that you about to get, and you don't get complimented at all. Not at all. But then you just throw on something and everybody, you look so nice. Let me tell you why that is. That is because in the moment when you put that on and you become a lover of self, because you like, I know. You become a lover of self. Then you start feeding your flesh. So when you go out there, no, you're not going to get the attention. But when you just focus on the mission, like, okay, I need to go somewhere. It's a situation going on tonight. I'm going to put some clothes on. Okay, this look good. I'm out of here. That is when you're feeding your spirit, because what your spirit needs is to be calm. Your spirit is the one that's about to show out. It's show time for them, not you. So when you walk in the room, you're glowing. You got to have a spiritual eye for that. So you're glowing. In the physical, you don't see nothing no different. You just feel like they compliment you like, girl, this, I done had this thing since I was, girl, this is this? I'm 44 years old and you like the ears? Girl, okay. And then everybody, you're just so beautiful. And you're just like, what? And then the lover of self show up, because you're like, what? What? I'm beautiful. Tell me more about my eyes. Tell me. What? You know what I mean? But that's how it is. So you got to know what it is that you're feeding. What are you feeding? Thank you. All right. Thank you. But you got to know what it is that you're feeding. That's what we talk about when we go to church, the house of worship. I'm trying to, I like to use the right words for the right thing. And that's another reason why my speech changed. We're going to talk about that too. Y'all remind me to talk about that. Put a pin in it. Talk about why my speech changed. So using the right words, that's what we need to put a pin in. So remind me. So you go to church and everybody in there is crunk. Now, y'all know we going to a black church now. Don't get it twisted. Don't be talking about you went to a Catholic church and you was bored. I was bored in church. But you ain't go to the right church. You got to go. Anyway. So everybody crunk. We doing our little dance. We singing. We're happy. We're jumping. We're joyous. All of a sudden, the girl next to you, y'all are getting along. Y'all high five. Turn to your left and high five your neighbor. Turn to the right. High five your neighbor. Turn to the front. Tell your neighbor, shake it on down. You know, y'all doing all this thing, that, and the third, and you having a good time. You leave church, and everybody's like, girl, church was so good. You talk to the girl that was next to you, like, yeah, it was so good, girl. I'll see you next Sunday. Okay. Right? And then as the week go on, before we get to the week, now you leaving the church, you feeling good, and you call somebody and they're like, girl, church was so good. It was so good. And me and this girl, we connected and it was so cool. Well, what they talk about? What did they talk about? I know they sung that song, girl, and can't nobody sing like her. Okay, but what did they talk about? Well, I don't know, because they fed my flesh, okay? My flesh wanted to feel good. Now, that same girl that you done met, right? Y'all, see you next Sunday. Okay. Wednesday come, you see her at Walmart, Target, wherever you go, I don't know. And she act like she don't even know you. You like, hey. And she, girl, I didn't know who you was. Hey. And walk off. You see what I'm saying? Because you fed the flesh. Now, those churches that y'all talk about, them Catholic church, they be so boring, and all these different churches, they be so boring. But see, the thing is, it's supposed to be feeding your spirit, meaning that you're supposed to be taught. I went to a Catholic church. I can't comprehend the King James Version. It just, and I'm gonna be honest. So when I hear people reading out the King James Version, in my mind, what I hear is thoueth, thoueth, thoueth. I don't know. It turns into a thing. Like I just started, angelic, and I don't know. It's just nothing comprehend. Nothing, anything they say is just going in one ear and out the other, because all I hear is the thoueth, the this, and then I get my imagination. I'm gone. So don't judge me. So, but what I'm trying to say is, when you go to the church, and this is why I tell people, stop worrying about Sunday. Stop worrying about going to church. Go to Bible study. Go to Sunday school. If you can't make it to anything else, go to Bible study. Go to Sunday school. Because what needs to be fed is your spirit. And in those classes, they're teaching you. They're like Jesus. They're being apostles. They're teaching you. And then they're asking questions. So now you're able to receive, give and receive, and you get to bounce it off, and you fellowship with the people that's in there, because you guys are on the same page right now in this moment. You guys are learning about the same topic. You're learning new ideas. You're building, your team building. See, it's so much more than that in those Sunday school and Bible studies, because it's team building sessions. What happened is, since we're all learning this together, look at it as you're a project manager. All of us are learning this together. We're all doing something. We're all building for the kingdom. So you're learning things about yourself that you didn't know before. And we got to build each other up, because you have to break down in groups. And when you're in groups, then you work on problem solving situations. So now they even have activities and exercises that, hey, let's put this scenario out there. I'm not saved and you are saved. How would you approach me? See, you're learning and you're teaching. You understand how that sticks with you and feeds your spirit. Now your spirit is like, oh, okay. Even though the spirit no, but it's teaching you, because you need you and the spirit to match, which is your inside and your outside to match. And in order for that to match, you have to have a full understanding of what it is that you're feeding your spirit. So if your spirit is starved, because you're starving your spirit when you just going to church and all you get out of it is the music, the hooping, the hollering, the running back and forth, doing the tap dance, doing all these different things, speaking in, when you hearing people speaking in tongue, half y'all be under the pew laughing when they be running down the aisle, y'all be laughing, nobody's really there, y'all talking about what somebody got on, she trying to sit in the front without no panties on in front of the pastor, this one over here worrying about how her man is going to look at her, and this one over here looking at this woman man because he is fine, and that's what I want. I want that kind of man to come to church with me. I wish my man would. The wrong things are happening in the church, and that's why this is about to be dismantled. The whole purpose of why all these churches are about to be dismantled, you just watch and see all these, because they're nonprofit organizations. When all the funding get taken away, and then y'all get tired of the basket being sent around to you, because the basket now that is not being funded, now the basket is coming to you. Now guess what? You're affected by the economy, so you can't put nothing in the basket. And everybody think like, oh, this is happening, the church is going bad. No, it's part of the prophecy, because when he went up to Jerusalem, he flipped the table over and said, not in my father's house, because it's no longer your father's house. It's no longer a place of worship. What it is, it's supposed to be a storehouse. It's supposed to be there for the ones that need. In the time of need, when they need the groceries, when they need stuff done, this is where they would go. But guess what? They can't get what they need. Thank you so much for the follow. They can't get what they need because it's not the storehouse anymore. That's why God is making everyone go within. This self-love thing that y'all keep hearing about, this, going within, what you keep hearing about, this awakening that you keep hearing about, it's not mess. It's not witchcraft. It's not a thing. This is real, because the kingdom of God is within you, and he needs you to go within, because you're going to be the storehouse now. You're going to be the church that you're supposed to be anyway, because you are the church. You're going to be what he's standing up in this time and in this hour. You're going to be the leaders. You're going to be the new apostles. That's why what you think the mass following was just a mass following. No, the mass following was meant to happen because the prophecy must be fulfilled. Everyone will know about me, and everyone will know my name. But what is your name? Yet we call you God. We call you I am. His name is love. It is love. So in this season, that's why everyone is getting taught about love. What is love? God is love. And you cannot say that you love God and you don't love yourself. That's why he is forcing everyone to go within. So therefore, he can minister to you. He can teach you, because you can't love me if you don't love yourself. I created you in my image. This is your purpose. This is your job. But all this time we've been operating in our passion, because what the enemy taught us, there is no purpose. You have to be called. You got to be called. And when you're called, God, everyone's going to know, because the pastor's going to put a title on you. You're going to be leading stuff in the church. You're going to be the heathen, but now all of a sudden you're the holier than thou warrior. This is what you're going to be in the church. So no, you can't operate in your purpose. So instead of that, let's operate in your passion. And as long as you operate in your passion, then the enemy can survive. He cannot survive if we all get into our purpose and operate in our purpose, because there is no room for him. We will be covered at every corner. I don't have to worry about, what's your name? America. I think I said that right. I don't have to worry about, is you praying? Because you're doing your job. It's part of your purpose. It's part of the prophecy. You're doing what you have to do. I could be over in a whole nother country. I don't have to worry about if the people in Japan are doing their job, because I need them to pray. I don't have to say, y'all pray for me, because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Because once you start operating in your purpose, it automatically happens. That's your purpose. But you got so many of us, because, hey, when you cuss and you do this, that, and the third, there's no way that God can use you. He exactly is going to use you. He's going to use you. You're going to be his best warrior. I don't care if your whole face tattooed. You're going to be his best warrior. That's what's going to make you even more distinct, because of the fact you got tattoos all across your forehead and your face. Guess what? Now I'm going to use you, because that same group of people that have the tattoos and everything across their face that was denying me, they're going to see me in you, and they're going to surrender. And I can have my people, because this is the time that we have to stand up. We had a real spiritual warfare. Everybody's waiting for the shoe to drop. Everybody's waiting for the sky to crack open. Because in Revelation, this is what it said was going to happen. But what if I told you everything is happening right now? It's not about you floating up to the sky and you disappearing and this, that, and the third. It's about you awakening. See, now that you are awakened, you have the ones that are not awakened. You are awakened, so therefore you are ascending because he has you to do your job. It's not about you floating up and you're not going to be on earth anymore. No, you're going to be on a new earth. It's not the fact that the new earth is going to be crushed this when they come on down. We're already on it. We already shift timelines. And it's the separation from the believers and the unbelievers. It's not about the religion. You believe in this religion, don't believe in this religion. It's about the believers and the unbelievers, meaning that you went through your spiritual awakening. You understand and you know who God is, what he is about, your purpose, and what love is, because he cannot heal this world until everyone learn what love is. So if I can't heal it, then I'll recreate it. The ones that know what love is, then you stay on this timeline because I got something for you. That's why in this time, the ones that's freaking out about everything that's going on, they don't understand who they are. And they don't understand who they serve. The ones that's freaking out in this time, they have not fully awakened. What they've been doing all this time is doing what they have been taught to do. I go to church every Sunday. I pay my tithes. I go to church every Sunday. I pay my tithes. I do right by people, but I have not awakened to understand that I don't love myself, which means that I love God, which means that I need to ascend and get on a higher vibration. I am still stuck right here because I'm too afraid to find out what's on the other side of this awakening, because this new generation kicked the door in and they said, hey, we awaken, we manifested, we doing our things. And what did we do as the older generation? Oh, they practice some witchcraft. They ain't right. Something wrong with them. I don't know what they doing. No, what they did was uncovered the other side. It's kind of like Antarctica. Somebody finally went to the other side and seen that it's life over there. But if nobody ever went to the other side, we wouldn't even know. It'd be green grass and doggone trees and everything else over there. We'd still be stuck with what we were taught. In the Matrix. In the Matrix does not mean that you about to turn into like in the Men in Black and old boy off of, what's his name, Keanu Reeves. It does not mean that that's about to happen. What it means is breaking the Matrix, meaning that you're coming to a realization that everything that you've been taught has been a lie. Now you have broke out of the Matrix. So everybody that's looking at it at surface level of, oh, that's crazy. What you mean that this, that, and the third? What you mean awakening? You looking at it like you gonna go down like Black Panther did when he went to go see his ancestor. They gave him some potion and went on. That's not how it is. Right now, when they speak about the ancestors, what God is trying to tell you that times are changing right now. This new generation is not crazy. They not out of whack. They came in with the veil lifted. So they understand their connection with God. They go straight to him. They don't come to us. They don't ask for permission. They don't say, well, I got to go to college. They already told us what they're going to do. Did you understand? They came in and told us what they going to do, and we changed the laws and made it happen. We did listen, because now it's affecting us. So now my child telling me that, oh, you can't say that word. What you mean I can't? Girl, if you get out, hit him with the Nikki. What you mean I can't say that? You can't say that. Who's the parent? You are, but you can't say that. They came in and changed the game. And it's only because God gave them the authority to change the game, because it is time for the new earth. It is time for the new way of thinking. It is time for you to tap into your higher conscious. It is time for you to focus on what it is he needs you to focus on, because times are changing. Throughout centuries, his name has changed. His name has been so many different names. And then, we ended up with the God. I call him God. He is I am. He is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. He is, and different religions have different names from. They call him Allah. It's so many different names. So just look at this season right now. In this season with this new generation, that's all that's happening. He's still God. They call him Universe. He is still God because he is I am. Over every name that we gave him, he is I am. So when you praying to your different deities, talking about, hey, I'm going to build my altar and pray to this deity and do this for this deity and do that for this deity. Guess what? He is God. I am. I am. I am that deity, that one that is the God of waters. I am that because I created that water. I am that. I am. I am. I am. It's about to get to a point in time now that the churches are going to be disconnected, and y'all so stuck on this religious thing or what y'all was taught of an altar. An altar is only at the church, and if you got one in your house, you going to hell. No, get away from that, because there's not about to be a church. Then what altar are you going to lay on? You just going to say, we don't need a... Now you don't need an altar, but you needed one when you was in church. Do you understand that you are the church? Everything is about to be created that you're going to have your thing. Thank you, my manifestation. Thank you, Denise, for the likes. Thank y'all. But I need y'all to understand. Thank you, Jan. I need y'all to understand what is happening and stop staying stuck on what you were taught and what you've been doing for all these years, because you're going to miss out. And if you miss out, you can hinder me. And if you hinder me, now we got a problem, because my job is so big, and my job is not as big as yours. The job we have right now to do is big. You think with the mass following, oh, I'm about to get all these followers, and then you get your goof. Let me not. You get on there and then you start doing all this TikTok famous. Let's do this. Let's do that. You want to smoke on it. You want to act the fool. Do all these different things on it, when the purpose was because it's time for you to operate in your purpose and use the platform to get the message out, to do the job, to save, to heal. In this season, it is all about love and healing. And if I'm not teaching you how to heal, if I'm not teaching you how to love, then I'm not doing my job. That's what this is all about. So choose. What are you going to do? What you going to do? Thank you, A Voice for Influence. What are you going to do in this season with your gift? Are you going to continue to operate in your passion, or are you going to start operating in your purpose? Passions are things that we pick up along the way. So guess what? Let's break it down. You're a hairstylist. It's a passion of yours. You got a salon. Your passion is doing hair, but you said, you know what? I'm going to open my own salon because I'm tired of paying booth rent, and I can get somebody to pay me and all that. You think that's your idea because you're so smart. You think that's your idea because you said smart. You said smart. And I'm just going to do hair here and there and let everybody pay. No, your passion is doing hair. Your purpose is to be a business owner so you can help others make money. And while you're in that business as a business owner, what you're doing is teaching them how to operate in their purpose by love. Everything is love. So if they're doing hair, when someone comes sit in your chair, you being the teacher, because now you're a leader, you're a master now. When you start operating in your purpose, you become a master at whatever it is that you're doing. So now what you're going to teach your new employees when they come in to do hair, you're not just going to get their book and look at their portfolio and say, oh, she can do some hair. No, what you're looking for is the love. Why does that client ain't got no edges? There's no love there. There's the dollar, but there's no love. So what you can do, you can bring her in here and you can teach her, okay, let me show you how to pour into women. You got to do it with love. You got to slow down, take your time, because that person that came in your chair, you don't know what she fought through. She could have fought through cancer. She could have fought through any and everything, getting abused, domestic violence, and she finally want to look beautiful. So this is your job to pour into her, because what you're going to say, well, God is going to use you as that vessel to speak life into her. So therefore, it'll trigger something in her to make her want to pour love into herself. Because once you pour love into yourself, then you trigger something on the inside. And when you pour love into yourself, you trigger the love on the inside, and it make you question everything that you once knew, and which triggers you into your dark night of the soul of your awakening. That's what happens. So don't just look at, oh, well, you know, I just want to be a business owner because I'm trying to get that paper. Well, guess what? You're in the wrong field anyway. When you start operating your I don't worry about money. I don't worry about money. When I life coach, the first session, I always give 30 minutes free. I give it to them free, because did they pay Jesus? That's how I look at it. My money is going to be there. The bag chases me. I am the abundance. I am blessed. It's coming to me. My job is to, if you come to teach, and once I teach what you do with that afterwards, that's on you. but I have a message for you. And when I give you that message or help you figure out what it is, fine. If you come back, that becomes my business. That's my revenue. I'm not going to keep you hooked so you can keep coming back. No, because then I won't get the blessings. Do you understand? But if I give you your message that you're supposed to have, then you take and do whatever. God is going to pay me. I don't want for nothing. I don't want for anything. Nothing. I don't. And I like it a lot. And I'm not about to mess that up fooling with you and your mess and your drama and your chaos, your anxiety, your because the load of being convicted on me is heavy. When God got to deal with me, I don't like it. I just want to act like them folks back in the day, how they be in the church. Lord, take me now, and just throw myself on the floor, roll around. Like, I don't want no whooping. I don't want no whooping. I'm too old for this. I'm good. What you want me to do, God? I'll do it. I go where he send me. So, listen, I had a great time talking to y'all tonight. I really did. And like I always say, I do not come on here just to be coming on here. If I don't feel I have a message, I don't say a word. I don't get on here. I don't care if it's a week. I don't care. I'm not coming on here because my biggest fear is to come on here and be out of alignment and speak out of alignment. And then I got to be accountable for that. Because now, whatever I said, God got to send somebody to chase down everybody to fix what I said. I'm big on the mass following thing. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. Because I don't care nothing about no platform. My son told me something, Mom, if you do that, you can't get verified. I don't care about it. I'm already verified. I'm verified. I am the verifier. I am the verifier. That's me. So I don't care about all that. This platform is not like I don't have a second platform. I don't have a personal platform. I don't have a personal account. I don't have anything. All these is about what it is. So that's what I come on here for. So if I can help the next person, I'm going to help the next person. And then I'm going to get off. Because what you do, I don't care if I'm friends with you and what you do, I find out it's something crazy. I'm just going to disconnect myself from it. But I'm not connected to this anyway. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm connected to this only to give a message. And then after that, I'm disconnected. Now, I may scroll sometime and I like some stuff. But don't be looking for me talking about you ain't engaging because I'm not. I said I'll follow you. I mean, but I don't. It's just not my thing, right? So let's get ready to close. Before we close, you guys, get your book, Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on the Walmart, Barnes & Noble, and Amazon website. Go to my link and book a... why do I always get stumped with this? Book the book club. Get on we're going to do a book club with the book, okay? Starting next month. Love you more, A-Town. Listen, I ain't forgot. I'm still in prayer. I'm just waiting. Okay? And book your life coaching session. If you don't know what you need and you need something from me, you feel that I can help you with something, then go ahead, book a consultation. That's free as well. If those are booked, then go ahead and just DM me here. I got workout programs. I got all type of stuff going on. And so, yeah. So as always, if no one told you today, I'm telling you right now, I love you and I'm so proud of you. Listen, you got this. You can do this. You stopped here for a reason, and I pray that you got everything that you needed to do. I think I'm going to start praying, or before we get off, maybe meditating before we get off. I don't know. I got to talk to God about that, see if he want me to do that, because he might not want me to do that. And then, so remember also, pour into yourself before you pour into others. And remember, God will overflow your cup, right? Bless you with blessings and blessings overflow. Fill your cup up to its overflow. Don't you ever take out your cup. Don't you ever take your cup and pour into anybody else's cup. That is your cup. The overflow is for you to share with others, but you can't share with everybody. Remember, you are the storehouse now. You are the storehouse. So that overflow, God will give you the discernment to who to give that overflow to. So you guys keep up the good work, okay? Thank y'all for the follow. Thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank y'all for the gifts. You guys meet me here every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Between 8 p.m. and 8:30. All right, because I be having to cook for my boys and I be going to the gym. Love you guys. Bye bye.